Why? Hello, everyone. Right, we ended right before the, ended right before the end of the third chapter. Okay. Welcome back. Hello.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island
My name
and
is
the cabin
Twice.
had been. There was a light
This
near
empty
it.
bed is
It had to be a
sometimes
boat.
got my cat in it. We are about to hit my where'd we? I don't even know where it went.
I dreaded what I would find.
I must have already gotten it and then it saved.
Wait! Are you? Wait!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry! Please, lady! The boss didn't know who he was messing with! I didn't know! I swear I didn't know! We don't have it!
Just gonna...
We don't know where she is! She's probably drowned!
Get around here. There we go. Back to where we were at. Honestly, I thought it would have saved, but that's fine. Shocker. This guy, kind of a chump. We're all chumps though. Yeah, about to get to my favorite section. Hello! I heard your name. Okay. This is sweet. You just like can't. You just want to attack that lamp, huh? Please, don't knock it over again. I'm begging. On my knees, a plea. I'm begging. Kitty. Oh my god. Why? Why do you gotta do it? Is it a cat thing? You see something, you like gotta knock it over? That looks pushable. How much do you gotta do that?
Previously on Alan Wake.
Let's get into chapter.
By the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife! We don't know where she is!
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
I wonder if the kidnapper, like, who the kidnapper's boss was? Was it just supposed to be the dark presence the whole time?
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go, Alan. Hartman.
Much
I
worse.
fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
It triggered a mental.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Kitty, I like gotta watch you because you're dead set on knocking over the lamp. As soon as I take my hand away, you're like, well, I'm bored. Let me see what kind of disaster I can leave
Whatever
upon
Hartman had
us.
bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Hey,
the door was locked.
You locked me in here.
Here.
There's no
There were only empty
thermoses.
sheets of paper here.
None at all. How am I supposed to collect them?
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Hi.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're
I don't know how Hartman thought this was
I'd be
gonna
more
roll.
concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Gotta crank the volume way up so I
This
poop my pants.
corridor is for
Oh god,
patients.
it's way
Most of
louder.
them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Xbox 360 version of Night Springs. Dark. Looks like the grounds.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
I mean, honestly, smart of Alan to play along, because this dude got some serious issues. He reappears in the Control DLC, but we'll get to that after we finish
Now, Alan, from
this section of the game.
experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Now, at this
Go
point,
this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready
I
for
wonder
that
if he
shot,
knows.
So I went along.
Like, does he have pieces of the
He had to be
manuscript?
lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up.
Because we're not finding
Apart from
any
tragic
manuscript
accidents
pages
with your
all of a
wife,
sudden.
No one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
What's this? Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. Thomas Zane, in the memory of a dear friend and a poet. Did Hartman know Zane? Because if so, then he would know more than he let on.
Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you
More
is good
suspicious.
news.
Absolutely
Right now,
no
we're in control.
thermoses.
Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with.
And also, just never
After
trust
all
anyone
your
who has that
nightmares,
sweater.
This should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all, I'm
Hartman
the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you out
voice.
of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside.
Boy, that guy's got no neck at all.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors,
Why?
man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
What kind of dream you have or when you have it?
Another QR code.
Okay, okay. Sorry. Boo.
I think I'm supposed to be like experiencing these people, but I'm all in on the thermoses. So. Namaste to you, friend.
Alan, please, this way.
Nah, I don't want to go that way. I'll talk to this cool painter. He seems pretty normal.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Really?
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration.
Oh
a couple
wow,
of days
that's
ago.
horrifying.
Dr.
That's true.
Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Well, that's terrific. Thank you. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Ugh. Blocked.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Here to give you specialized help you need, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems. They won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you.
My rheumatism's killing me.
We're back to my
There's a
favorite
storm coming.
characters.
Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor.
Old
They had
gods of Asgard.
With this, a heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done.
Do they need therapy?
I'm
though?
afraid
They
that
need...
the rock and roll lifestyle
They need therapy?
has left its mark.
Or are you just using them because they are artists
Oh,
No, that won't do.
that have been
I'm so
touched?
sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check
presence.
on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand?
Yeah, it's been 10 years. I
when
feel like
it's
these guys are
this?
gonna be too old,
It
but
takes
that's
crazy
okay.
To know
I
crazy.
love them anyways.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom.
Second
We like
time
him,
we've
don't we,
been
bro? He's got to go to
called
the farm.
Thomas.
The Anderson Firm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right.
You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Where'd you keep it? The truth.
Then he could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young
Emil was his
assistant,
assistant.
he would have given it up.
Interesting.
But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words.
So he knows.
My head
He
was
knows
clearing
about the
up.
power.
Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Well, that's the sanest thing I've heard you say as well.
Bad dream. You can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets, and now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toast.
This rant feels specified to a writer
So they won't shut up. And
from
the
the game.
writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Yeah, that's just the director. That's his normal thing. Anything new here, boss? Oh, just terrifying picture of me, even though you've never met me. Cool. Yeah, it's just Sam Lake. That's just what creating a game does to a MFer.
Why don't you
The doors were locked. Hartman and the nurses would have keys, but there was no way to get my hands on
your
them.
room by those stairs, Wake.
Wow, thanks, human gorilla. Really appreciate it.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
I'm surprised, but like happy that
The white glare of the
they
blank page in front of
did
me
the
hurt my
little
eyes.
twist about oh, maybe it's all a nightmare dream, but not much, you know. They could have went the whole game with like the ooh, is this delusion or not?
You stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I haven't done a thing.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
I don't even know where they did that.
It's my store. I'm taking it. We're on a comeback.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Oh, baby!
I think I'm about to get my last hardcover novel that I wanted.
Hammer's Way will have it say.
Investigate Racket.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office.
Wow, that's a really serious injury. Probably had it coming. 5 seconds morality issue.
He'd taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Maybe you could come out and beat our wrinkled adult diapered asses for us, since you're so tough, Birch. We were on the road, man. You think we haven't seen punks like you before? Mortal name.
Is that Hartman's office?
Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to quit! Seriously!
Let Barry stew in there for a
Hartman
bit.
wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out.
Oh, Mott was working for Hartman. Duh.
To show him who was in charge, but that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Duh. Okay. Yeah, he made this after.
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time.
All those taken, the dogs.
Angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't have
That
to say
was the tape cut up that they used for the kidnapping tape.
He's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Alright. Let's the happy good times with Barry roll.
Barry? Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What the heck were you gonna do with you?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Where do you keep them, Alan?
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Bye-bye. Evilest smile I've ever seen.
The dark presence will be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
And a heckin' flat. Oh, ouch. Okay, not that way. Why is this locked again? Zoink, Scoob. Good, yep, that's good. All is well. Is that it? I think I need more. I need it again. One more time, just to be safe. I don't want to get ganked walking out of here. Oh, can't start that one. Why not a calming episode of Night Springs? Rude. Very shaky. Let's a couple of bears. Hope this works. That's all I got. Oh, please! Is this the car commercial? It's just a car commercial. I don't know what kind of commercial it is either. Like, what is it? They may have changed it too. Just Mustang Drift. Okay, yeah, no, that's great.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
On access to thousands of applications, Verizon Wireless has you covered.
Verizon Wireless commercial. We're done with fun. Fun product placement, by the way. Anything this way? Oh, there's not. Oh, it's gonna hurt. I just realized I needed to use that to break down the doors here. The old-fashioned lockpick. Giant sphere. Don't know why that should hurt so much, but it's fine. Just take a look-see around here. We're good. We have time. All is well.
But the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
I could climb that.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Thanks, boss.
Oh, God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
We're good. So, if you haven't put 2 and 2 together here, well, they haven't described it as such. Artists that take a long time, the surrounding... Oh, I forgot that we did this hedge maze. I actually hated this part as a kid. Because they just pop out of nowhere and it scares the poop out of me every time. Yeah, like that. Case in point. Don't trust Emil. A little too late on that one, but I appreciate it. They were all Emil, Zane, the lantern lady whose name I'm forgetting now.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate. And
Barbara Jagger, who is... Yes, I know. I'm well aware. I can hear them. Yeah, we're still really good with the footprints scaring the crap out of me. Footsteps, not footprints. Probably missed a thermos here or there, but... They're all around in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70s. When something happened that affected them all. I think that's the right way. This is the wrong way. Go this way first. Probably missed the thermos, but it's fine.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
And that experience kind of took Emil down this path of collecting other artists to be a sort of producer to the creative potential of Bright Springs, Night Springs, Bright Falls. Yeah, that. Yeesh. I don't think I need that, but it cannot hurt. Zane obviously has become rude. I really thought I had this one, but it's fine. Jagger was taken over by the Dark Presence, or just took the skin, you know, classic Skinwalker situation. And the lamp lady, whose name I'm forgetting because I'm a terrible person, saw what happened and was prepared her whole life to fight it off again.
Everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
We are very low on, well, just about everything. I think we're gonna have to use a flare just to get through this, because that's gonna get possessed. And from there, not much.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Alright, so what I said about Hartman, so in the Control DLC, Emil made Tom do it. Do what, you might ask? Sorry, not allowed to say. Hartman was possessed by the Dark Presence and was captured by the Federal Bureau of Control. Sometime after the Bright Falls incident. Just as like a curiosity, which they do with a bunch of their stuff. They just categorize it, and then it eventually gets them in trouble. But when the Hiss broke out, it merged with Hartman to create this weird hybrid that you end up having to take down. While also exploring a little bit more about Alan Wake. Mostly just discovering this man is still in limbo. And, well, that was terrifying. But I'm pretty sure that's Barry. Maybe not, though? I thought it was... No. Yeah, it's silhouetted like that to be spooky, and then you're like, oh, it's just Bear.
Hartman hurried down the corridor.
No, not that one.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
It seemed like, and it's not clear, and it might be clear in the sequel that's coming out on Friday that we'll stream the heck out of. Wake instigated at least some aspects of both Jesse Faden's life. Oh, I forgot about this.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Nice.
I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig.
It's just mean is what it is, to be fair. Actually, you know what?
Here it is!
Like, it's unsure how much Wake, like, affects with his writing.
You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon, sign.
But in at least some aspects, it seems like he either instigated Faden's life, or the Hiss, or just the Hartman Hiss merging, just to get more eyes on his situation. Because at the end of the game, a signal from literally 2 years in the future, 3 years maybe, happens from Bright Falls, which leads us to present day in a week when Alan Wake 2 comes out.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
Oof. Oh. Are you saying ow or ow?
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Delightful.
Barry!
Kitty is attacking my arm from the inside of her bed.
Jeez, it's good to hear your voice. I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop. And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that. Are you okay?
Don't forget that. It's very important.
Got a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a Taken. Use a flare, Barry.
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you all right?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
New York City.
I'll be waiting.
Barry, just
Oh
wait
gosh,
for
I
me,
love this
okay?
setting.
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide.
The heckin' nominal.
Go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
He's on the case.
This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Bright Falls feels like a community where these things happen. And then okay, we'll go that way. Fine. Extremely rude. I think that's not a surprise to me, but I appreciate the gumption. You know. Super. You know, I'm just trying to get this page, you know? These things happen and they just kind of like write them off. They're like, ah, that's a deer fest.
The Anderson farm. Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
All is well. Can I? I'm just here for the thermos. Ouch. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Oh, God. Ouch. God. I get it. You're very angry. Oh, no. No, not that way. Oh, thank you.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this pole right on here, and then we'll revisit this momentarily. Anything this way? Nah. Alright. What do we got?
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest. I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Perfect. Alright. You know, Zane, if you felt...
I could sense the movement in the woods
Zane.
ahead.
I appreciate
Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Oh, you've given me no batteries, Zane. Very nice. I didn't need them anyways. All is well. I'm not frightened or anything. You know what? What if I just don't, and then I do this instead? Don't hit me, you son of a bitch! I really thought I would have that last second. Fine, whatever. Just go down here. I'm very out of shape. So that's Walter.
From the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was.
Who was mentioned, I believe,
consequences of leaping before looking.
Earlier on a radio show, saying he was feeling weird. He wanted to maybe apologize to. Yes, I would love to switch to a heavy-duty flashlight. The person he got into a huge fight with, or something. That was in chapter 3. Last we heard, we saw him drunk in chapter 2. Sorry.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was barren,
Pirate,
I would see the damage.
a happy
soon.
evening to you, my friend. How you doing? How the heck was your weekend?
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
had seen glimpses of light before. I had seen it in my dream. The dark presence followed.
Well, you're doing an okay job, Zane, but I'm getting some of these too late.
And stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
It is literally Thomas Zane, my friend. Now, who is Thomas Zane is a different question that doesn't have quite the same straight answers. I'm kind of hoping Alan Wake 2 dives a little bit more into it. Maybe they don't. Maybe they leave it ambiguous. You might say, but why do you care about... Oh, I'm going. Ooh. Ooh. Why do you care about somebody who came before?
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Because who Thomas Zane is isn't clear. Yes.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
You'll see later on, I mean, like, Zane obviously, like, had the whole thing with, wanted to get a little closer so that I could get a one-shot out there. Like, yes, he was obviously the poet that quote-unquote started it all, but the presence was there beforehand. And more importantly, if I remember correctly, I don't know if there's records of Thomas Zane. Now, is that a question of did this man write himself out of existence to just become, like, a helper for all those who may fall under the Dark Presence's eye? Or is there a more interesting question? Is he just another part of the entity, or did he literally get created by Wake for this story? Is there some kind of cyclical logic in place? We don't know how far or how much his writing nudges people, right? It's very iffy. There's even some theories There's even some... Please. Some theories I see that Wake and Zane are the same. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I mean, with this game,
hello?
Wouldn't
Anybody
doubt it.
Here? Barry.
No, Danny, you're not. Please.
I don't think anyone's here.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't think anyone's here. Let's just leave. Let's just head out of here.
The front door was
Dang it. And that's a similar question raised again by that Control DLC that we don't have a straight answer for. How powerful is this entity? We've obviously had, like... Thanks for the revolver.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
His stories come full circle.
To the farm again for the moonshine, you know.
makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap.
Trying to shoot him.
Anyway.
Everyone's a critic. Sheesh. You can tell it's moonshine because it has the XXX cartoony label on it. Oh.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Honestly, I'm a little shocked the Presence didn't just take Alice completely. I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't realize farm animals weren't pets.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Ugh.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Was nice. Had Dad's birthday. Had him around for dinner. Very nice.
Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
No, no, not the driving again. It's the worst part. Oh god.
For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry
Thermos
was Barry.
Yeah, I mean, part of the powers of Alan Wake, it's like, how powerful is this man really when he's writing with the Presence? Is he legitimately rewriting reality, or is it more of a nudge? It's never clear. And heck, if we get him out in Alan Wake 2, is that it? Or will something happen that keeps him engaged in the universe, you know? I know, I gotta go into the spooky house.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service
More of a
reckon
hunting
it'll last
rifle
until
born
morning
myself.
at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The sheriff's department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors.
I don't know if that's supposed to be Alice or just a random taken.
Someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Well, that's rude. I was just listening to... Don't mind me. With the cult in the second one being mentioned, or not mentioned, but teased, how much darker Bright Falls will be from a personnel standpoint. Or will there always be these beacons in the darkness? I think they like crawl out from underneath the house. If I'm not mistaken. Why even, what's the point of that? Well, either way, gimme. Nice. Couple flashbangs. While since I've had those. My weekend was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Friday, I honestly, I decided to just heckin' take it off. I was like, I had a meeting at 2 o'clock, right? And I was like, oh, it's an important meeting. I've got to take this. Got to go. So I might as well work all day. And then, like, when I woke up, they're like, yeah, we just pushed it to next week because of conflicts or, you know, some other such nonsense. Don't remember that? Alright. Oh, I don't care about you guys at all. Fucking run you over. Just let you do that, huh? That looks broken. Or am I just supposed to get out, right? Back got a little Windows update. Oh yeah, we're big fans of Windows updates over here. I really like when my audio is completely scuffed. And or completely missing. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Friday, I took the whole day off because meetings got canceled, and I was like, you know what? I haven't... I was talking. Sheesh. And I realized I'm just kind of like, I don't give myself enough time to relax and days off. So I played Spider-Man and Mario instead that day. It was a much better choice. Much better choice. It's just like, yeah, personal business day to day. Travel day. Which it was. I used that to get home a lot earlier, watch Taskmaster with my mom and dad. Had to correct Dad, who occasionally thinks that my college time was all sunshine and rainbows. He's like, yeah, why did you not, want to do this? And I'm like, oh, because I still have nightmares about that, Dad. Just like, oh, really? Just like, yeah. Nothing in the Porta-John. Well, what are we even doing here? But yeah, mostly watch Taskmaster. See Dead Space remake coming to Game Pass. Perfect. Maybe we keep the horror going through November. I don't have anything after. We got a space in between Alan Wake 2 and Knuckles Sandwich, which is coming out. Oh my God, sir, your daughter. I don't know who that is. Oh, I ran the other way. I'm not in a porn parody. Yeah, we might be able to do that. We'll see.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
Welcome.
So
It's
glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
my
Shut up and shoot.
favorite set piece of the game.
Al! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
That was super weird. Forgot that it still, like, absolutely sends them back. Favorite part of the game.
That was awesome!
Right Falls.
Have a rock and roll moment without dropping your health to a low state. I would never. I would, actually. I do it all the time. And have.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
There's something back here, though. I don't know what it is. Is it a page? Ah. He also tried playing Battletoads with the wife. Anger ensued. That is... I mean, there was literally no other option to you.
What stuck him as idiotic. Certainly not worth the missed opportunity for coffee and pie. It wasn't even clear what
Mulligan's on. Mulligan's on the right track.
Mulligan knew he wasn't alone. The sheriff's patience with the Fed was running out.
Did not help that I kept laughing. Fair. I've been playing Mario with Chelsea, and it's equal amounts laughing, but it's gotta be like 500% less frustrating at least. Maybe 600. The cutout's safe, thank goodness.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Alright, well, let's go in the spooky barn.
Hey, I think Alan has something to say. What's that, Al?
No!
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
To be honest, Alan, that did not help your, did not help his imitation of you at all.
Look at that thing, Al. They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Big old long ship.
Look at all this stuff.
You love to see
They
it.
must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
Yeah. See,
And
this is
from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through
another
reality TV.
aspect of artists being almost written out. The interesting thing will be if people remember who Alan Wake is when we get there, you know? Oh, Barry, we gotta watch this. It's very important.
Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
Alan, I want to know if it's one of your episodes, actually.
The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones. He explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
I've seen the SpongeBob episodes.
We're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh wow, who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something
Something's happening here. Yeah? What's that? What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us. It's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
It's kind of grim. I like it. Only thing about Alan Wake I'm disappointed in is it's Epic exclusive. Could hurt the potential market for the game. I feel you. Also, to be fair, Remedy is an Epic company. So if you're worried about funding, that's why it be the way it be. I don't think they'll hurt for funding. It'll be interesting to see what the digital-only version... Well, because it's digital-only, it'll be interesting to see what it does.
Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
He did cut out his eye.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Thanks. Where do they tour at? Seattle, Bakersfield, Long Beach. Why are you getting all blurry on me? New York City. Oh, they were in Detroit. Can't believe I didn't go see them. It's embarrassing. Oh, hi. You wouldn't put anybody behind me, would you? Cool. Just fear people's hatred of them might dull the reach of the game. That I get. On the plus side, it's not just on PC. Also. Like, I'll be playing it on the PS5 because I'm scared of the PC requirements. Barry, where even are you, my friend?
I think we can make it through here, Al.
Yeah, did you notice the really fast Flash impersonator? Because that's what I'm scared of. Okay, no longer scared. Like, don't get me wrong, Epic kind of a big... But there are other ways to get it, at least. One of which I'll be doing. Yeah, I took it because I was like, oh, maybe we can, like, I'll just buy it on the PC the day of, and I'm like, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna have to download it, like, the night. You wouldn't throw a car at me, would you? That was a panic, I admit. I didn't want to die there. Now, even with like a PC upgrade, I'd probably still play it on the PS5. That way I can play it for Chell too. Hey, Bear. I do like that their moonshine was just unfiltered. Well, part of it was just unfiltered Cauldron Lake water.
Start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single. Be careful, Al!
keep giving me shotgun ammo. I wonder if that shotgun ammo would be hunter rifle ammo if we had anything. You know, I'd have been scared, but my reaction time is just so bad.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
And that I didn't remember that already. It was too late. You already scared me with that one once. It takes a special scare to get me to be scared twice. Usually. Sometimes it doesn't take much. Click.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through
Fun fact, we just listened to all the radio shows. There are no more. Apparently. Sad. Wish there were more.
Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Hope so, excuse me, right bugger.
Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Pat, you got shot at like a night ago.
All sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton.
Deerfest might turn into this cult.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Well, no more Pat Main for the game. Maybe we'll hear him in the sequel. Be playing as... I mean, we'd hear him in as Saga, not as Wake. Wake is in a nightmare of his own making.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Gosh, I hope nothing silly happens. That would be weird. Life not fair. But also, like, boss fight, not really. You just kind of do that for a while, you know? Wow, that is a lot of cows and pigs, friend. Silo keys. Sure.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
We already...
Hey, let's go, man.
Yeah, we totally were. Okay, cool. I think we can just... Oh, no, can't do that. Why not?
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there.
We don't need to grab
farm
that.
is a crazy place
That's the
for
end of the
crazy
chapter.
We should feel right at home then.
Welcome to Valhalla. Second time in 2 years we've been there. Wait, actually no, we never did go to Valhalla, did we? In Ragnarok.
One more gig. Let's do this thing.
We sent a lot of people to Valhalla. That's a disconcerting chainsaw, though. Old gods know the truth. You guys wouldn't put anything on the outside of this, would you? No, that'd be mean and silly.
Lights are out. Guess we better check the fuse box.
Now Thermos is inside. Now that's fair game. So many thermoses. Barrier. Big butt is in the way. Absolutely killing me. They had their own little soundstage here.
Power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby age.
This is a thermos percent run. I mean, I am finding a lot of thermoses. There's no doubt.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Did you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course, we need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Cynthia Weaver.
Must be.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets
And now,
light.
like, again, is that... Did they write that
Hey, Al.
with
Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest,
eyes
I
on the
mean
future
Come on,
just
Barry,
given form
Yeah.
by the Dark Presence? Did this just exist because of Wake? If Wake is cyclical and therefore Thomas Zane, he would have been before the old gods of Asgard.
Right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
I sleep with my eyes open too, like a freak. Time to have an out-of-body experience. You know what would be really fucked up is if there was a, in this out-of-body experience, the thermos still existed up here. Oh no, I'm walking far too slow. Also, I don't actually exist. If this was real, you'd go up there. That's how I know this vision's lying to me.
Drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed.
Is this like an out-of-body experience? Because I'm seeing him out of body, but then I'm out of that body.
The night Alice had disappeared, I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self.
The least realistic thing of this is that that dive was like perfect form. I'd try that and I'd like flip.
After that,
do like a backflip,
waking up behind
break my neck.
The crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense, but alright, here we go. Oh, is that, that's Hartman's Lodge there. Neat. Oh, if we revisit any areas in Bright Falls, I'll be stoked.
She dug her nails into my brain and used me. Made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs.
Maybe she's in the typewriter. Better type out a full story just to be safe.
You can apologize.
Alice!
You laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead.
Immediately.
No, no, no!
It's your fault.
We made it up. It's not true.
Guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Talking.
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days,
Touched but
a
not
week, almost
taken.
a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish.
to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon.
Yeah, like written him into the story. Was that just
my barber a long time ago? She looks so old.
That just in a nudge or created, you know?
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it.
Wow.
It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your
That's
fault.
the sixth
You're gonna pay for
author.
it.
And you're gonna pay for it. I always like that line to delivery because it's you can feel the sneer. It's so extra. No, you can't sing. I'll get copyright claims.
Influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me
Which is
this
why
old
Hartman
once-over
wanted to
Alice
collect
is being kept in
these.
the dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Alright, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I had a wedding on Saturday. We'll go through it in a bit.
We hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Walkery. Ladies and gentlemen,
Wait, there's a Moose Fest and a Deer Fest?
deal about Deer Fest, and I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
And another day gone past.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
My dude, you didn't even puke anything out.
Oh, I am never.
Unless you puked out that can, in which case, you know,
I
who
need to
knows.
talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The lady of the light.
She was an unrequited love of Thomas Zane.
Whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not gonna.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler.
7.
It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis?
8.
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist.
Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid?
It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King.
Nice.
The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead...
Wait a minute. I know.
Never got a 10th, guys.
Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Let's read the page.
Man, we're sitting ducks with the light.
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Stay cool. I can get the emergency power on.
Thermos. Did you not notice this? Or did this... That must have just happened, because I trust Sheriff Breaker to be, like, a real human being and not a caricature. Let me in your office. Oh, that's good. I wonder if it actually kept my stuff for once. Maybe it's just the manuscript pages.
Wait, what do I need to know?
Just
what do you
the...
need from me?
That's a
They
shame.
can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned
She
power
is
plant.
very
I can get you there pretty
accommodating.
quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend. Wheeler.
But
I need
again,
you to
maybe
stay
that's just
here.
part of the story nudging, you know?
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup
Actually, I
power's
kind of
out.
wonder if
These
that
guys
is.
need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's
Interesting,
go, Wade.
interesting.
Through the back.
I don't rightly remember.
Pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al?
I think the pizza delivery driver has been taken. I'm so sorry, Barry. It was the biggest loss of the day.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Ooh. 10 out of 10 spooky.
Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Actually, I'm a literary agent, sir. I'm just helping around.
I don't think I've ever seen this dialogue.
Well, the one you'd most likely be familiar with is Alan Wake. You're kidding? Well, I'm glad to hear that, sir. I'll tell Al you said that. That's really nice. But listen, I really need to make some more calls here.
Alright, yeah, so I was at a wedding on Saturday. It was... I don't know what the weather was like for you guys, but it was cold and wet. But it was also,
I needed to reach the rooftop to get
most
to the
thankfully,
other side of the broken gate.
inside. It was at a campground that had a really nice lodge. However, they didn't have signs for it, so we did spend a solid amount of time, like, driving around, being slightly late for the wedding. And then it turned out we were still a half hour early for the wedding, because I don't read things very well. You know how it is. Ow. This was the wedding for my legitimately oldest friend. I don't know if you ever had an old... Well, everyone has an oldest friend, right? We had a I don't know how else to say it. We had a slight falling out that wasn't reciprocated from my end, to the point where my parents were not invited to this wedding. But they still, you know, love and care about them and, you know, send their regards and all that. In late, you can hurt them. That's all to set the stage for the fact that it was a cocktail outfit was suggested, and I didn't know what that meant, and I just assumed that cocktail, I guess, in malicious compliance, are fruity, and so I wore my Stardew Valley Hawaiian shirt. Wasn't that. But I was wearing a jacket 80% of the time anyways, so... It wasn't like I wanted to distract from the day. I just wanted to mess with everybody a little, you know. I'm attention seeking, yes, but... Ugh. But not at the detriment of others. It was just once the dance floor opened up, I needed to take off the jacket and let my true colors fly, right?
Hold on!
Oh! Ow! Damn! That's smart.
Good job, Wake. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
Don't like it. Oh, I don't need to... Got it. I believe in you. You do it. I'm so proud of you. Nice work. That's just a completionist thing. Don't mind me. Yeah, the wedding was really nice. You know, both bride and groom. Which way are we going? We going this way, that way? My guess is not this way. But it did give me a pack of 3 flares. Just kidding, it gave me 1 flare. That was not worth it. That was dumb. You know, both the bride and the groom couldn't get through their vows because they were real happy and, you know, tearing up. And then I teared up, and then Chelsea teared up. And, you know, it was a, you know, a positive feedback loop. Oh, no! It's the Deerfest truck! Oof. I know you want me to go a different way, but I'm gonna go this way just in case. Yeah, but like the Deerfest. Deerfest, Sarah. Very important. The cupcakes were my favorite part of the meal. I don't know why. They were just really good. I ate 3 of them, and I could have eaten more. To be honest, I probably should have. I'll never have those darn cupcakes again. Was that just to point at a... That's confusing. Was that to point at the thermos? Is that to point at something down here? Maybe? Oh, wait. Yeah. It is. Wow. I feel so very smart. That's really all you're giving me. It's just a flare gun. Okay. Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Only flare guns could shoot flares. Oh, there's another one there. Speeches went well. They had a best man and a maid of honor, and their flower girl was their dog, and the dog had a dress on. It was real cute. 10 out of 10 cute. They also, for the more ADHD inclined, had a newsletter that they made up that had like a word search and crossword puzzle on it about them. You know, in case people got bored in between. Gosh darn it, I did it again. Yeah, in case people got bored waiting around after like cocktail hour for. 1 second. Very important thing to do here. More important. Sheriff, this is very important.
Explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week, you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
Manuscript page in the pooper. Let's go.
Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He had only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building, and then the lights went out.
Spooky. Let's see. What else of note? The DJ played a Baby Shark remix that was dubstep. That was a questionable one. And the scare the poop out of me. The mother of the groom had a weird speech about how she kind of claimed credit for the groom finding his bride. That's the closest we're going to get to someone coming out of porta potties. It was weird. Everyone had one of these on, you know, one of these, like, including the bride. The bride also had the, It was weird. But, you know, delightful ceremony. Would smash all of those cupcakes into my face hole again. Love to see 2 people that were... Oh, that was dumb. Could have done that earlier. Happy to get married. And, you know, hope they have a lovely time. Not nearly as funny / memey as the last one I went to, I know. This one was more just sweet, you know? But that's just fine, too.
Wait, over here! There's light!
Yeah, I don't need light. I need boxes or pages? No, you're just a shiny mailbox. There's a thermos, though. Very important. Nice. Good work. Good work, me. You know, did a sparkler tunnel, which is about the whitest wedding thing I can imagine. Though, one of the other weddings I went to, they spin around in a circle and dance to ABBA's Dancing Queen. So, like, I'm pretty white. This is what I got to say about this. Are we not able to do anything here? Okay, I guess not. You did not have my back whatsoever. So sorry. I did just shoot. Save myself for the flare? Yes, please. Thank you. I'm just gonna... Lost who? Oof.
Let's go, Wake.
We good? Cool. Very nice. This is another one of my favorite sections. Basically, the 3 sections back to back of the Hartman's, like, lodge, the farm segment, and, like, exploring through the streets. My favorite parts, for sure. Going through the different houses.
Someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building, near the main entrance.
The darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's face was furious. The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again. But meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer.
Yeah, the presence uses Jagger's face, but
The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station.
Honestly, I wonder why... Cheese. Cheese and rice. Pump action? No, it's a hunting rifle. I like the hunting rifle more. And we'll have shotgun ammo if we run out, I guess. Clerk's office. Thought this is where we'd get it, actually. Different clerk's office. Switch to the lantern. Please switch to the light. Switch to the lantern. Thank you. Oh, and then they had like a 3:30 in the morning flight to catch that night to go to their honeymoon. I was like, good luck.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh god! Oh god!
I'm gonna get robbed because I didn't go upstairs.
Barry! He made it inside, Wake. He's okay.
Yeah, this is fine, Wake.
The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake. Let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Ah, I probably missed stuff. Oh well. What can you do? Answer, not heckin' much. It's not recorded when Bright Falls first formed as a nameless trading post, became a town when Bright Falls Mining Company started to operate nearby. Biltmore, Fur Trapper, Amos Gunderson, Pirate, Pioneer. Got too excited about pirates. Through the efforts of 2 men, Bright Falls became a permanent and thriving town it is today. Well, you read that very interesting historical tidbit, and you go get a drink. Sorry about the extended absence, y'all. Had to get some things started for Chelsea, so that when she gets home, it's a lot easier for us both to finish dinner. Hello, Kit Kat. Please don't knock over my lamp. Deal?
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Down or I'll call the sheriff.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up. All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Yeesh.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
Yoink.
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake. I heard they're selling a lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
Have a little bit of humor.
Following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Bright Falls abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Nothing. Weird. Some of these places it might just be that there's a page
Look,
there.
maybe that's him. That's the way to the chopper.
But only in nightmare mode, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Swap that. So good at the things moving towards you. Let me guess, that movement. Oh, that's not moving. I'm a little shocked. Yeah, classic power company material. Put behind me. Actually, yes.
Barry got back to his feet inside the Bright Falls General Store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
And honestly, you'd think that the fiction would only hit like here, but it just seems so far reaching. Kinda crazy.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. I told him to get it fixed.
Here they come.
Physical labor. Are you gonna do anything about it, or is this just Oh, you gotta be joking that that. Oh well. NBD. Concealed firearms prohibited. Open carry firearms. A-okay.
I told him to get it fixed.
Maybe I just stay up here. It's like, did they get the? Yeah, they did get that.
Acids are good for your heart.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Honestly, I would have preferred if you just kept working at it.
Wow.
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
It's for the deer. Question the deer.
For it to be free, the Dark Presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
And I pulled out my gun. How'd you even... I don't even know it hit me, to be honest. I'm off this thermos. I did. Huh?
Guess that one saw the light, huh? You didn't like that one? A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
He's got his Eye of Sauron. Life is good.
The Bright Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor.
Close enough.
I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Bastard.
Perry's gotta be the only person I've seen him not super uptight with.
Someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license or cleared for departure. Would you bring spray guns? No offense, Sheriff.
I'll pick up a couple of flash. Hey, I got these flashbangs legally, thank you. Oh, really? Oh, I thought that was standard.
Oh, I'm never gonna get used to this.
The helicopter's just up ahead. I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
And I need to grab as much stuff as I can because we'll have it for the second half of this. Chapter. Here, I'm here. Didn't like that. I didn't like that one.
Get ready, I'll hold them off.
Barry's celebrating Christmas early. True. True and valid. Oh my god, there's another furnace. Hell yeah. Do I need to like burn these away? No, you're just doing this. That's fine. I get it. Really? How the heck you doing, buddy? Switch up to the pump actions. We got so much. Doing good, just playing some Spider-Man.
You better put an end to this.
Just get me a Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
Sure, it's fine. Did I miss anything else?
I guess you New Yorkers are used to rough situations.
You know what?
like
I did.
this.
I spackled my dad's fireplace
Alex
on
Casey
Sunday.
shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kinda like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
I'm gonna say toilet bowl for some reason. Only person who spackles a toilet bowl is me after I destroy my gastrointestinal system.
I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Gosh, that's a lot of crows. What are they gonna do? Run into my blades? Oof. It's fine. Could be a murder. Oh. Wait, I lost everything again? Oh my god. Killing me. How did I just hold on to this of all things? Yeah. Couldn't hold on, like not even a revolver? Man. The darkness wears her face. Still don't know why it wears her face. I feel like it could wear any face. You know? A lot of revolver ammo. And believe it or not, a revolver itself. I know. You're as shocked as I am at this
I had to do something
unnatural convenience. Oh, that was Whoa! Whoa! Shotgun ammo without the shotgun, huh? Never mind. I'll stop complaining. But wait.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends.
That's a new radio channel.
I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just Yeah, one of those things. Anyway, here's
I guess
Poets of
all the
Sun,
ones.
their latest
Jeez Louise, I was listening to a song! What was that for? Songs to get demonetized to, that's what I call it. It's a sturdy, sturdy radio. You know, I don't know if I deserved any of this nonsense. Yeesh, as they say in the business. Poets, shush, shush! You're gonna get this muted again. Stop it! Stop it! All right, got that. Got this. Get it. Got it. Good. All right, we're out of here. Okay. We've moved out of Demonetization Valley.
Glowed in the night. It was close.
Hooray.
But I had to find a way across.
I see that, but where? Ah, okay, you gotta do that way. I wonder if that'll be different. It'll be like Saga being guided by Wake, you know? Who knows? Alright, well, electrocution still works as a general aid to death. Boop. Ka-chunk. You would not do that. You wouldn't just turn off like that. My God, just oppressive. Mein Gott.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the rider. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
Don't need that. You wouldn't let me through, would you? No, of course not. That'd be too easy. I'd enjoy it too much. . Alright. So I'm just gonna back you. You did not get backed into a... Maybe I can back you into it? Nope, we're just back and forward anyways. Alright. Press that, maybe? Alright, that's good.
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story, but the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
I assume his ending, it'll just be like super slapdash, and, like, and then the super cool man saved the girl, and the dark presence pooped its pants, and everybody laughed. And ends it with like a... Oh, wait, I thought I saw it. I thought I heard something. Am I crazy? No, oh, wait. No, that's... Yet. Not true. Jeez. I'm getting more spooked as the scares go on. Oof. I guess I just don't trust doors anymore. Finicky bastards at the best of times. That one was a little bit of a gut punch, though. Like, ooh. We're fine. Probably. We are... Hello. Oop. Oh wait, I'm just spinning, alright. Got it, it's just continuing to spin forever. Ah, because you guys did that for some reason. Another episode of Night Springs, very important, very important. Actually, wait, I've been called out by this Night Springs program.
What do you want to show me? Oh, Lydia, thank God you're here.
Entity must be super powerful. To spin a bridge? Yes. Pay no attention to the bridge doing the whirligig.
How did you get here?
Well, I'm trying to work.
Did you put this thing here?
In a way. To be more precise, I put everything here but that.
Really? But what is it?
Oh, I guess the temptation is to call it a hole, but it's really an absence. Profound lack of reality.
In Martha's basement?
Yes, it was doing so well, too. I came up with 2 old ladies and put something really weird in the basement. It was a great start. Completely locked now. I can't imagine what I was up to.
Well, surely it's just an ordinary basement.
Is it? Why did you call your friend here then?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Couldn't you just ignore it?
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. It would probably turn into a plot hole. Might be one already. Could sink the whole enterprise.
Oh my.
Listen, ladies, not to be rude, but I'm really not at all sure where I'm going with this, and you're just not helping. You should just go back upstairs for a cup of coffee while I try to figure out what I'm up to.
Well, if you think that's best.
Maybe I should just stop here. Or is that too moronic?
Is that too moronic? Indeed. Who can tell?
Can't tell if these are supposed to be parody or like serious, and that's my favorite part about it. Hi. I like support. No. Just absolutely incessant. Don't know where the other big boy went. Oh, there you go. Better head off to bed? No worries. We'll probably... Now... Why are you going that way? Why are you going that way? I'm almost dead over here. Probably finish this tomorrow. And there's the DLC, the free DLC too. Boy, you guys are so helpful. That worked out. And then a weird audio cut. It's fine. I have almost no
I recognized the logo on the
bullets.
power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Trust no one in the dark except for the Thermos. Safe haven, safe haven, safe haven, safe haven. Yes, yes, yes.
Hold it right there!
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it!
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you. It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
We won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, hmm? I have a secret route. Old water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can be outside in the dark. Kill switch is outside.
Darkness waits in my dreams. I miss you, Tom. Is this not the right one? Oh wait, no, you're sending me back out. Oh great. No, that's delightful. Thank you so much for this. I've got nothing. I mean, I guess I got like a little something, but not a lot of something. Alright, well, I mean, first of all, let me just think that got him.
Sent me to cut the power to the transformer yard. I was willing to do grunt work for her to get her to help me. I hoped Weaver was dependable. I'd stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago. She had been living this insanity for decades. I could see the kill switch that would cut the power to the transformer yard. Now I had to find a way to reach it.
Pachunk. 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 Rough stuff. Not that rough, though. Rule number 2, keep the lights on. It's a good, good choice. Alright, we actually have some shotgun ammo, which will be good. Chunk, chunk, chunk. Chunk, 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 chunk.
Who designs these things?
Okay.
These things.
Got it. I was like, that was very rude.
Dark and dead. Weaver's water pipe passage should now be good to go.
Yeah, just gotta get there. Definitely. Excuse me? Keep you pretty well taken care of. There we go. Yeesh. That was not great, but we did it.
This way, young man. Follow me. Come, come. The pipe's empty now. We're ready to go. This way. We need to go. I knew them both, Tom and Barbara. Such a crush on him. Such a beautiful man. I was jealous. There was a part of me that was maybe a little glad when she had the accident. And then Tom started writing and woke the darkness up. He tried to bring her back, but you can't.
Because he specifically wrote her in as the Dark Presence. Got it.
Starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom was. The witch looked like her, but it wasn't. Barbara was sweet. He didn't understand until it was too late. He tried to undo it, wrote himself, her, everything he'd ever written out of the world. Oh, he was so famous. And afterward, no one knew. Oh, Tom. He left only one thing behind in my care, in case it happened again. Insurance. He trusted me. Or perhaps used me a little. Tom knew how I felt. Knew I wouldn't refuse him. I built the well-lit room and put it there. It's been waiting for you. We are characters trapped in a story you have written, and none of us will survive to see the end of it if the darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the story to her own dark ends.
How do you know all this?
Tom, that's the way he wrote it. He still talks to me, you know, in television, beyond, from below. We have both been touched by the darkness, young man. He saved us both with light, but the darkness stays with you. Leaves us stale. This pipe will take us directly to the well-lit room.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going.
Hello? Al!
Barry, we're headed to the dam in one of the pipes. Meet us there.
Okay, I'll tell Sarah.
It's Sarah now?
Whoa! No! For the sweet love of...
Barry! Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
They're probably dead. You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time to be a selfish idiot.
That's my best friend.
That's my selfish idiot.
Well, be a fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
What a dive. What a jump.
At least I didn't have to worry about her. She knew how to stay safe.
Alright. That's where we're gonna end it for today. We'll be back tomorrow to probably finish the main game. And then the DLC from there. Alan Wake 2 on Friday. Get hype. I'm really excited. But hey, until next time, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to leave a follow, just come back, hang out any other time you want. Thanks for watching as always. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying it as much as I am in replaying it. And until next time.